Benzene versus alkene. Benzene and alkene are very similar. So let us first discuss similarity. If I see a typical alkene, this carbon is sp2 hybridized. This carbon is also sp2 hybridized. This bond is made up from sp2s overlap. Between this and this carbon we have a pi bond and we have one sigma bond. Sigma bond in this case is basically formed from sp2 overlap. So sigma bond between carbon and carbon is formed by sp2 overlap. Let us see the orbital picture diagram for this molecule. So this has carbon has 3 sp2 lobe, 1 sp2, another sp2. This side we have 1 sp2. So this carbon has 3 sp2 lobes. Each sp2 lobe has 1 electron. This carbon is also sp2 hybridized. We have hydrogen, 4 hydrogen. And since this carbon is sp2 hybridized, one p orbital of carbon is not used for hybridization. So one p orbital is still left. And this is the p orbital. It will has one electron. Similarly, this carbon will also have one p orbital that will have one electron. Now if this carbon and this carbon comes closer, this hydrogen can come closer for overlap. Then they start forming bonds. So we will have bond formation between carbon and carbon. That is one sp2 lobe, another sp2 lobe will overlap. We will have electron cloud overlap here. And then we have carbon hydrogen overlap. Here we also have a carbon hydrogen overlap. So this side we have hydrogen. Here we also have a carbon hydrogen overlap. Carbon hydrogen overlap. So these all bonds are sigma bonds. So this frame is called sigma frame. And the p lobe will have one electron. And this p lobe will have one electron. These two p lobe can form a pi bond. So this bond is a pi bond. So if you see, the alkene molecule is planar in nature. So if you see the sigma frame lies in one plane and pi frame is perpendicular to the sigma frame. So sigma frame of alkene is planar. Pi bond is perpendicular to the sigma plane. So we can show some electron cloud on the top of this plane and some electron cloud on the bottom of this plane. So we can show this carbon and hydrogen bond. One bond is inside, another bond is outside, and we have a bond in plane, another bond inside, this bond outside, and we have electron cloud on the top of this plane, and we have electron cloud on the bottom of this plane. So we have electron cloud. This is top electron cloud, and this is also electron cloud, that is bottom of this plane. So from this structure it is very clear alkene can act as a nucleophile. This means if a electrophile can come either from top face or from bottom face, electrophile can attacked by the electron cloud of alkene. So alkene can act as a electrophile. So alkene has electron cloud top and bottom of the plane of molecule. So it will act as a nucleophile. For example, we can show the same reaction. We have hydrogen, and if a electrophile comes, this double bond will attack on electrophile, and there is a carbon electrophile bond formation, and it will generate a carbocation. Now the next step, a nucleophile can come and it can attack on this carbocation to get a addition product. So finally we will have, so this side we have electrophile and this side we have nucleophile. So we have added one electrophile and we have added a nucleophile to the double bond. So mainly on alkene we will have addition reaction. We have addition reaction. That is addition of electrophile and addition of a nucleophile. First step is addition of electrophile. This is the second step. So first step is addition of electrophile. So on alkene we have electrophilic addition reaction. So on alkene, major class of reaction is electrophilic addition. We can show the same thing by three-dimensional electron cloud. So you see, this is the sigma plane, that is planar, sigma bond in this plane, pi plane, this is the pi bond. We have this pi bond perpendicular to this plane. When electrophile comes closer to this electron cloud, electrophile gets attracted by this electron cloud. So there is a reaction that takes place. So electrophile gets attached to this lobe. So electrophile is get attached and then we have a carbocation. In the next step, this carbocation, so we have, this is a carbocation. So we have sp3 hybridized. So we have electrophile here. Now this carbon is sp3 hybridized. In the next step, a nucleophile can come and it can attack on this carbon to give final product. Now this carbon again becomes sp3 hybridized. So nucleophile come this side and then we have electrophile. So final reaction is electrophilic addition reaction. Now let us discuss the case of benzene. Benzene and alkene are very similar. Let us say orbital picture diagram of benzene. So this is the benzene. benzene has each carbon is sp2 hybridized. So this carbon is sp2 hybridized. This overlap is sp2 overlap, sp2 overlap. This carbon hydrogen overlap is sp2 from hydrogen, this is s. So this is sp2s overlap. We can show the same by orbital picture diagram. So let us say we have carbon. Now each carbon has 3 sp2 lobe. Each carbon has 1, 2, 3 sigma bond. This means 3 sp2 lobe. So this is one sp2 lobe. This is another sp2 lobe. This one is another sp2 lobe. Now there is sp2 overlap. So from this carbon also we have sp2 lobe. This is another sp2 lobe. This is another sp2 lobe. So for this carbon also we have sp2, sp2, sp2. Now this carbon also will have 3 sp2 lobe. 1, 2, 3. This will again have 3 sp2 lobe. 1, 2, 3. This will also have sp2, another sp2. This is another sp2. So this is all overlap, sp2 overlap. So this all overlap is sp2 overlap. Now hydrogen can overlap here. So this is hydrogen. So this is sp2s overlap. Hydrogen, sp2s overlap. So we have 6 hydrogen. So this is the fifth one. Shaded region shows overlap. So this frame is called sigma frame. So we have shown sigma bonds. So this is sigma frame. So plane containing sigma bond is also called sigma plane. So you see sigma frame is planar. So all bonds lie in one plane. So we have a sigma plane. All bond lying in one plane. So this is sigma plane. Now each carbon will have a p orbital that is perpendicular to this frame. So we will have a p orbital that is perpendicular and each will have one electron. So they can form bonds. So this p orbital and this p orbital can form a bond. This bond is pi bond. Similarly this one and this one can form a pi bond. This will also form a pi bond. So we have, if I see it will look something like, we have a sigma frame and at the top we have electron cloud. So on this ring, the top of this ring we have electron cloud and we will also have electron cloud on the bottom of this ring. So it is excess in electron cloud, so it will act as a nucleophile like alkene. Like alkene, benzene will also act as a strong nucleophile. So like alkene, benzene will also act as a nucleophile. So when a electrophile can come, so electrophile can come from top or it can come from bottom. So electrophile can be reacted by electron cloud. So we can say electrophile can attack on benzene ring. So if I have a benzene ring and if I have an electrophile, electrophile can be attacked by the electron cloud on the benzene ring. So we'll again get a carbocation like a species. So we will have first step is addition. So this is we are adding an electrophile. So this is electrophile addition. So this is very similar to, so first step of reaction is very similar to alkene. So in case of alkene, first step is also attack of electrophile. In case of benzene, first step is also attack of electrophile. Alkene and benzene both are nucleophile. What we have a difference in the second step. Now if you see in the second step of alkene, we have addition of a nucleophile. But in the second step of benzene, we does not have a attack of a nucleophile. In this case, if you see, this compound is not aromatic. This has 6 electron aromatic, but this is not aromatic. So what this benzene wants? Benzene wants to lose one hydrogen to become again aromatic. So it wants to gain its aromaticity, and this can be done by losing a hydrogen. So it wants to gain aromaticity, that is regain of aromaticity. So it will have finally electrophile will be substituted in place of hydrogen. So you see, the difference is alkene gives addition reaction, but benzene gives substitution. What we have done? We have substituted a hydrogen with an electrophile. So this is the only difference we have. Benzene gives substitution reaction, while alkene gives addition reaction. And why this is different? This difference arises because benzene wants to be aromatic. So this is because benzene does not want to lose aromaticity. So benzene does not want to lose its aromaticity. And that's why we have substitution product. We can show the same thing using a three-dimensional plot. If you see, this is your orbital picture diagram of benzene. So we have electron cloud on the top and we have electron cloud on the bottom. If electrophile comes to attack this electron cloud, finally if you see, this electrophile gets attached to this carbon. Now this electron cloud is broken. If you see, this time electron cloud is continuous, that is full delocalization, but this time electron cloud is delocalized only in certain part of region. Here electron cloud is broken. But now if this hydrogen is lost, we again regain the aromaticity. So we have final product is substituted product. So this is the first step, that is addition of electrophile. Next step, that is loss of H+, that is regain of aromaticity. So you see, benzene and alkene both are nucleophile. Both can give reaction with nucleophile, but the second step, alkene gives addition, but benzene gives substitution. So what we have, benzene and alkene both are nucleophile. Another important point we have, in case of benzene, this electron cloud is tightly bound, but in case of alkene, this electron cloud is not tightly bound. So alkene is a better nucleophile than benzene. So alkene is a better nucleophile than benzene. And this is the reason, in case of benzene, reaction is done by a good electrophile, and good electrophile is generated by adding a catalyst. So in case of alkene, no catalyst is required. For example, if I have an alkene and if I react this with bromine, it will simply give addition product, bromine. But if I have benzene and if I try the same reaction with bromine, this reaction will not take place, because this time benzene is not a good nucleophile and bromine is also not a good electrophile. So what we do, so in this case, we add some catalyst that can generate a good electrophile. So we add FeBr3, bromine, and then we have this reaction. So FeBr3 helps to generate a catalyst, helps to generate a electrophile. FeBr3 helps to generate an electrophile, and this can be done if I have FeBr3 plus bromine FeBr3 is a Lewis acid because it has only 6 electrons. So this electron cloud can attack on this Fe. This bond pair goes here. So we will have Fe, Br. So we will have 4 Br plus Br plus. So we have generated electrophile. So Br plus is electrophile. Now we will have electrophilic attack on benzene, and final product is a substitution product.